Hello, Augies Worldwide. I'm Dave Kassler, amateur radio call sign KE0OG, and this is Ask Dave episode number 272. Sorry I didn't get a video done yesterday. Lots going on, but I really am trying to do one every day during the pandemic emergency. This video is a promised video about the setting up the computer for using the Icom 7300 on FT8. In a previous video, I went through all the settings that we have to do on the radio itself. And now in this video, I'm going to show actually downloading the driver to the computer. This is a new computer, so I've never downloaded this before. We're going to download the driver, install it, double check that it's there, get the COM port number that goes with it. Then we're going to download FT8 and get it all set up, make it work with the radio, which would take a little bit of adjusting and give and take. Setting up the radios so we get the audio that just not quite makes the ALC do anything. We want clean audio. And then we'll have a couple FT8 contacts and see how that goes. We'll finish by downloading the instruction manual for FT8. So let's jump in. For you detail lovers who want to see every last step of how this is done, this is your video. So let's go up here to Icom, icomamerica.com. Now this will seem kind of odd. We're going to go to support. I'm sorry, we're going to go to resources. Okay, we're going to go down here to the 7300 and firmware updates. It doesn't say it includes driver, but it does. Now, this throws us right back into another search system at Icom Japan, and we're going to put in here the IC-7300 and search for that. And there are two USB drivers listed. They are version 1.2, 1.3. Obviously, we want the newer one. It is getting to be the better part of 2 years old, but this is the one we want. It's just one driver for all the different models. And so we click on that, and here we learn a little bit about the driver. Windows 10, the January 19 update is now supported, which must mean it's a little bit newer than that right there. Okay, so we're going to download. Got to agree to this, then download. Okay, it's going to ask for a name. I'm going to put this in my Icom. Let's see, this is a new computer, so I don't already have in downloads an Icom folder, so we'll make one. And then we'll switch to that. Okay, and click on Save. And it has saved it. Now let's go ahead and show this in the folder. And it shows right here. Let's make this a little smaller. Okay. Now we need to unzip the folder, so we'll go to Extract All. And we'll just extract it basically right there. Okay, so that's that. And then it opens up. There's something called Driver. We look in here. We have Win 10. We want not anything of this. We want to go down here to this one right here, which says CP210X VCP installer X64 for most machines, unless you have a 32-bit machine, which is an X86. Does that make sense? 64-bit machine is 64, 32 bits is 86. Okay, so let's go ahead and install this one. We'll double click on it. Okay. Finished, ready to use. Okay. So now we can get out of here and out of here. And let's go ahead and open, I'm just left clicking on the Start button and opening Device Manager. We'll bring Device Manager in here. The communications port 1 is something that's built into this new motherboard. So there's one COM port. Let's see what happens now when I turn on the radio. Oh, I gotta turn on the power supply. Okay, now I want to tell you a little something about the radio. Even when the radio is off, if it's powered, it's powering that little device there. So I'm just going to go ahead and open it. Okay. I don't know what that unknown device is, but let's look at ports. Okay. There's two ports here. The communications port we looked at previously. Now there is a Silicon Labs CP210X USB to UART bridge, which is COM3. And we're going to need that when we install WSJTX. So this is installed here. Now let's go ahead and go to, if we just type in WSJTX and do a search on that, we're going to get Princeton Physics. WSJTX, okay, we want the latest general availability release 212, and there's a user's guide for it also. And we're going to download both of them. We'll start with the, that's the documentation right there. Okay. Installation packages. Here is the one for the 64-bit machine. Now notice it's available for Windows, Linux, Mac. Okay. And under the Linux there's several different installs. We're going to take this one, WSJTX 212 Win64 EXE, and we'll just click on that. And it wants to download, so we're going to go up to Downloads, and we're going to create a new folder called WSJT-X. Okay, we'll open that. I like to keep these installs in their own folders because there are times when you need to find the install folder and the name of it seems to have nothing at all to do with the product. You know, it'll just say something like install.exe and you have no idea what it's for. Okay, we're up to very nearly finished here. Our internet service is a little bit slow. This time of, or with this quarantine going on, because everybody and their brother is on the internet at the same time. Okay, so we're going to install this now. This will be the first install on this machine. Okay, so we have to agree to the terms of whatever it is. I'm not going to add it to the path, and I do want to create a desktop icon. Okay, and here we go. And it doesn't take long on this new computer to do anything. Okay, next. Now we're going to run it. Okay. And here is this is the splash screen. This is the, oh, it's only covering part of the window. Now, here in the screen for WSJTX, now we need to set this up for configurations and file settings. Okay, general, my call is KE0OG. My grid is DM68CG. it's only going to use the first 4 of that. Message generation. Okay, start new period decodes at top. Blank line between decoding periods. Yeah. Display distance in miles. It's easier for me. Transmit messages to receive frequency window. Yeah. Show DXCC grid and work before status. Yes. Monitor off at startup. No reason for that. Double click on call sets. Transmit enable. Yes. Disable transmit after sending 73. Yes. Calling CQ forces call first. What that means is if you call CQ and several people call you back, first in line is the one that the system will call on your behalf. Allow transmit frequency changes while transmitting. I don't think we need to do that. Single decode, decode after EME delay. Okay, let's go ahead and go to radio. The radio is the Icom 7300 right there. Okay, we don't want it on COM 1. That's something else. It's on COM 3. We could try USB, but we're going to leave it on COM 3 and see what happens. Okay, push to talk method. DTR, that's something I already set up in the radio, DTR, COM 3. Transmit audio source, let's see, mode. Data, we want the data mode. Split operation, none. Test the cat. It turned green. Okay, test push to talk. And that worked. The thing came on. So we'll click on now audio. We want the USB audio codec. Okay. And for the output, we want the USB audio codec. That's the codec that will get us that driver that we installed for the thing. Okay. Save directory, as L directory. Remember, power settings by band. Well, I don't know. Transmit macros. I'm not going to put any in there. Reporting. Prompt me to log the QSO. Convert the mode to reading. Nope. DB report to comments. No. Clear DX call and grid after logging. The operator call. I don't know. I need to put it in there. Oh, it's different from the station call sign. Okay. Enable PSK reporter spotting. This is very important to send everything you hear goes out to the PSK reporter. So other people, when they transmit, they can see what people are listening to. Don't change this stuff here. 127.001 is where they want the UDP server. Okay, secondary, we're not going to put it in the secondary frequencies. We don't need to change anything in there. Colors are kind of garish, but we'll leave them just as they are. Logbook of the world, user validation. I haven't set that up now yet. Okay, advanced. We're not going to do anything on these. Now, special operating activity, Foxhound, or field day, or ready roundup. We're not going to be doing any of those contests, so we'll just go OK. So now this thing has figured out that the radio is on 7080. Let's put it up on 20 meters. Okay, 20 meters. Then I want to get an antenna on that. We are on an antenna on that. Okay. Now we need to set up the radio power, so I'm going to click on Tune. Okay, what I did was I went to the radio and I brought up the ALC meter and I dropped the power down to just below where the ALC starts to kick in. Okay, so let's go for a time or two and see how we're doing on this. Mode, we want FT8. Okay. That will help. Ah, okay, this is more like it. Notice I'm using set messages too. This is the automatic stuff. No, he didn't come back to me. We'll try calling him again. Usually after one call, if it doesn't get through, it's not going to get through. I'm using the MFJ 17754 antenna for this. I'm putting out somewhat less than 50 watts. See, we should be looking for signals. See, this one was minus 15, minus 24, minus 18. We really want to strive for a signal that's a lot stronger than that. You see, this is the first time that we are transmitting on this computer, so it may take a little doing to get everything working properly and get all the signals going in the right direction, making sure that we're transmitting, making sure we're receiving on the right thing. Oh, he is transmitting to me. ND6H, okay, and I'm not going down the right thing here. He is actually transmitting to me. Let's see if that comes in again. And I'll force the force that message. You should have done it with an auto sequence. See, this is him calling me and giving me a signal report. There we go. Now he sent me I've got two in there. Ha! Okay. I'm actually sending to K4OP. Okay, I'm gonna put my transmit frequency on something here that's not used much, like 1050. Now that puts my transmit frequency right there. See, there's not much going on. I'm just going to hold that transmit frequency. See what happens. I didn't know you could do two at once. Oh, here it is way up here. There's the log. I'm just going to do OK. Now there's a way of setting this up so that it will go straight into the N3FJP contact log. Okay, I'm going to change a color here. File, settings, colors. Okay. Well, I've now worked North America. Okay, let's try this one. Now note that I'm continuing to transmit in this area here, which seems pretty clear. That will greatly increase your chances of being heard. Good. He came back to me. All right, very good. Gave me a minus 15. I gave him a minus 2. And I sent him, I received the 15, gave him the minus 2. Now he should come back to me, we hope, with an RR and a 73. There's the RR73, and we can go ahead and log that. And I think we can wrap this up. We went all the way from nothing to having a driver installed, making sure it was properly installed, and then bringing in WSJTX, getting it up and running with this new computer. And close that. We're out of the way of that. I do want to download the English manual, the PDF version of it, and put that in that same spot. Okay, we'll just save that, and we'll put that in downloads. I like to save manuals in the company that where the download was. Okay, so this is excellent. All right, there you go. We have the whole thing, and I hope you found that helpful. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. And I've got to toot my own horn, right? Here it is. So take a look at dcastler.com. Sorry, ke0og.net is a subset of dcastler.com. dcastler.com/support. Anything, any way that you can support this channel is greatly appreciated. And be sure to subscribe and click like and all those other things. Tell your friends. Enough tooting of horns. Until we next meet, 73.